Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the More Freedom Series. Today we have traveled to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Indianapolis 60. This is going to be race number 34 in the More Freedom Series Season 5. And with only 3 races left to go here in the season, the points race has narrowed after last week. So let's talk about what's going to be happening over the next 3 races. And you can't say anything without highlighting the season that King of the Aces has had this year. 4 wins this season, 9 top 5s, 13 top 10s. He leads the stats in both of those categories and has led 54 laps this season in those 4 wins. And one of the main effects, one of the main reasons he is up at the top of the points beyond those 4 wins is 1 DNF this season, and he has managed to stay out of trouble when he's needed it. He has had so much luck on his side, and it has been an amazing season to watch so far. He currently sits up with a 149-point lead over the 96 of Nicko, who is just battling right now to jump up there to the top spot. And if King of the Aces plays his cards right, we could see the championship wrapped up for him before the final race. But he's got to contend with the 96 of Nicko, who could potentially be the last man standing to battle King of the Aces for this championship. Nicko has a long road to hoe here in the More Freedom Series. He almost needs perfect races and everything to go right for him to win this championship, potentially his second championship of his career here in the More Freedom Series. He's had the pace over the last couple races, has cut that lead by King of the Aces in half with his 1 win in the last 2 races ago, 6 top 5s, ties with King of the Aces with 13 top 10s. A big, huge bonus for Nick, as he has had 3 poles this season. And again, only 1 DNF for the 96 of Nicko. And he is, again, looking for the consistency over these last few races here. Behind them, fighting for the 3rd position, the last place on the podium, we've got the 25 of JTM, the 666 of Pistol Pete, and the 49 of Jetman. They are battling right now again for that 3rd place, with JTM potentially in the mix for a championship here. But for the most part, we've got like 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 drivers that could be potentially taking over that podium position. So we're going to see what they can do here at the end of the season. Also, the midfield mayhem going on with 5 drivers separated by 40 points. We've got NM, Zed, Deviant, Mudbone, Fuller. That 40-point gap between them, that could mean, they could hit one. You could go from 6th to 10th here right at the end of the season, or even drop out of the top 10 if you get some bad races. So I think with having gone through all of that, there's your scenarios going into this race. You've got if the season ended tonight, you got King of the Aces on the championship, but we've got those 3 races to go. Nick is still swinging for the fences now, and with JTM, Pistol Pete, Jetman, 3rd, 2nd, we don't know yet. We still got to run these races. And then the top 10. The top 10 are the only ones that have just the hope of winning this championship here today, or this season. But let's go quickly through those championship points. Again, your leader is the 13 of King of the Aces. 2nd's the 96 of Nicko. 3rd would be 25 of JTM. 4th would be the 666 of Pistol Pete. 5th would be the 49 of Jetman. 6th will be the 88 of NM. 7th will be the 95 of Zed Brunna. 8th will be the 999 of Deviant. 9th will be the 00 Mudbone. And rounding out the top 10 will be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Let's also jump over, check in on those team and chassis standings. Aces to Zed holds the lead. 2nd's going to be MBR. 3rd will be Amish Buggy Racing. 4th will be Douche Motorsports. And rounding out your top 5 will be G3 Motorsports. Chassis standings are Dodge, Chevy, and Toyota. So that's a look at the championship standings, all things points, and I think it's about time. So let's go racing. As I get these cars fired up, let's go through your starting top 10 today for this Indianapolis 60. Starting on the pole will be the 77 of Zip, and on his outside, the 8 of Moon Bunny. Starting third will be the 23 of Fuller Than You, and on his outside, the 25 of JTM. Starting fifth will be the 666 of Pistol Pete, and on his outside, the 95 of Zed Brunna. Starting seventh will be the 203 of Signs, and on his outside, the 300 of Resemble. Starting ninth will be the 96 of Nicko, and rounding out your top 10 will be the 544 of Frederick Winklebaum. So just to add fuel to the fire today, starting in the last place, dead last, shotgun on the field will be your points leader, the 13 of King of the Aces. So Coda had a rough go in qualifying, ends up dropping all the way to the back of the pack. He is actually over a second back from the rest of the field, so we can see him here on the track. He's going to be starting behind the 51 of AJM there. So Coda, we're going to see what happens. Last place starter here today. We're going to see if he can drive it from front to back. We have a guy going out of the track right now. It looks like the 799 of Mike Check might have blown an engine on the opening, on the pace lap here. Not sure what has happened to him right now as we're working out of, I believe, turn number 3 or 4 right now. We'll see if we can catch up to him. Mike Check into the pits, so it might be a early exit for the 799 of Mike Check, which makes it a great day for the 13 of King of the Aces. He will not finish last here, hopefully. Zip is bringing us down to this green flag. That beautiful orange and black Dodge Challenger pace car is in. I will keep an eye on what is going on with the 799 of Mike Check. But Zip is leading us down to this yard of bricks. The green flag is out, and we are underway for race number 34 here in the More Freedom Series. Down into turn 1 they go here at Indianapolis. Zip with a little bit of a lead right now over the 8 of Moon Bunny. She is working to the outside. We're going to see how that outside line stacks up here at Indianapolis as Zip has now worked to the front of the field. They are coming off that turn hot here. So down into turn number 3, the 23 of Fuller Than You is trying to lead lap number 1 here. The 666 of Pistol Pete is trying to get a lap led as well. Pete down to the inside. He's going to get helped by the 203 of Signs. Pete back up to the top. Looks like the 23 of Fuller Than You is going to lead lap number 1 here at Indianapolis. So all important 5 bonus points for Fuller Than You here on lap number 1. We'll jump up here. Mike Check back out on the track. So it looks like Mike is able to continue on. Must have had like a tire go down. Not sure. Saw some skid marks here on the track. So not sure what is happening right there as we see the 203 of Signs down to the inside of the 666 of Pistol Pete. Let's bring up your timing and scoring. As always, top 10 will be on your left. Favorite driver scrolling across the top as Fuller is leading the way here as the 96 of Nicko trying to work down to the inside of the 666 of Pistol Pete. Pete slams the door on him there as Nick works to the inside here in front of the 999 of Deviant. This is basically almost an all top 10 battle going on right now as we got the 999, the 96, and the 666 working here as we see a battle for the lead here between the 203 of Signs and the 23 of Fuller Than You. Paul to the way to the high. Almost scraping the outside wall was that 23 of Fuller Than You. He had to get out of the gas. That's going to allow the 96 to work to the inside. Have to get a drink of water here as it is heating up on the track here at Indianapolis. As it is now 3 wide. It was 3 wide there for a second between the 666 and the 96 and the 23. Looks like the 710 of Roddy, with the help of his car owner, the 10 of Scooter, is trying to work to the front of this field right now, as it is a lone car breakaway with the 203 of Signs. Signs is looking for, I think, win number 2 of the season and possibly win number 2 of his career right now, as the 710 of Roddy works to the second position right there in front of his teammate, the 10 of Scooter. As we see the 00 of Mudbone, Indiana boy right there, trying to work to the front of this field as well. Mudbone, having started in the 17th position, now into the top 10, I do believe, as they have now caught up to that 203 of Signs this draft here at Indianapolis. These cars are hooked up and rocking and rolling right now, as we see a battle for the lead between the 710 of Roddy and the 10 of Scooter. Roddy, I do believe, is looking for win number 1 of his career here today at Indianapolis. He's trying to play spoiler to the front runners here, as we do have a yellow flag on the track, folks. Yellow flag on the track. So Roddy is going to lead us across the stripe here. Looks like Signs is going to finish or come across in second. Fuck. No, we're good. All right. So we've got a yellow flag on the track. Your current leader is at the 710 of Roddy. Not sure who that might have involved. The 333 of Keeping It Twisted. I'm not sure what happened yet. We're going to wait for pit stops to happen here. We'll work through those and see what's going on. So Roddy about to head into the pits here, I think. So we're not going to get those 24 laps of green flag action. Looks like most of the drivers coming into the pits here. We're going to follow Roddy down, see what he does, see what the... It looks like we might have the 07 of DB staying out here. So I don't know what what Douche Motorsports thinking for the 07, but he is staying out on the track right now. So Roddy is into the pits. We're going to see what they do. Service going on. The 710, the Red Wing boots, the Red Wing shoes, sponsored vehicle right there. Right side tires and fuel only for the 710 Roddy. He's down on the way. You saw his teammates right there, the 14 and the 10, as they are working off a pit road here. So Roddy is going to lead everybody off a pit road, and we are going to see what brought out that caution, as it looks like the 07 of Douche Baggins will be your leader here. So let's see what brought out our caution. Well, this caution is going to be brought out by contact between the 49 of Jetman and the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. And this, my friends, is going to have championship implications here. Let's watch this happen. From the roof cam, on your points leader, the 13 at King of the Aces. Well, folks, I'm going to call that the announcer's curse right there. It was bound to happen. King of the Aces is out of this race as a result of that caution, that incident there. He is out of the race, and he is going to finish in the last position here today at Indianapolis. And that is going to be a significant hit to his points lead. He is looking at 2 points here today. So everybody in the top 10 is now going to be able to take a shot at the 13 King of the Aces. If they can get their things together here today, possibly win this race, they have the chance to significantly cut into the lead of the 13 of King of the Aces. Especially goes for the 96 of Nicko, currently running in the 4th position. If he can get up to the front of this race and potentially win it, he could come away with the points lead here today. Also, the same with the 25 of JTM. I mean, any of the top 10 at this point, but if JTM can somehow pull to the front of this field, win this race, he will also significantly cut into the lead of the 13 of King of the Aces. So I am, wow, this is a game, this is a literal season changer here today in the More Freedom Series, and we're going to see what that means at the end of this race. But we still have 16 laps to go here at Indianapolis, and again, anything at this point can happen as we got the 1 to go here. And so we're going to see him come back double file in just a minute. Interesting note, DB did pit, so he did lead a lap, and he came into the pits. No, he didn't even lead a lap. Sadly enough, he just came into the pits. Mike Check did not go a lap down, is now up to the 35th position. So quickly through your top 10, your leader is the 710 Arati. Second's going to be the 666 of Pistol Pete. Third will be the 00 of Mudbone. Fourth will be the 96 of Nicko. Fifth will be the 8 of Moon Bunny. Sixth will be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Seventh will be the 356 of Ice Cream Some Days. Eighth will be the 66 of Hondo. Ninth will be the 300 of Resemble. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 47 of Dash. Nicko again in 4th position. JTM currently running back in 18th. Pistol Pete again in 2nd position. Jetman, who was involved in that caution, back in 36 right now. And NM, who he is currently running 13th. So, and just to finish that off, Zed right there, who is in 7th in the points, currently running 22nd. So not sure if they're going to split here or not. Looks like a single file restart for this restart here today. We're going to see, we're going to keep an eye on that. I'm sure there's a reason for it, but we'll keep an eye on that. They are coming down to the green flag. Roddy is your leader. The green flag is out. We're back underway here at Indianapolis. So down into turn 1 they go. Roddy is your leader. And Pistol Pete trying to work down to the inside right now as the 00 Mudbone jumps down to the inside. That is 3 Indiana boys right there hot on the trail of the 710 Arati right now with the 00, the 666, and the 96. As the 96 of Nicko is basically pushing the 00 of Mudbone to the front of this field right now. So Nick is trying to get up here. He has got to lead a lap here today. He has got to get some points. As we got a good look at the beautiful orange and black Dodge Challenger pace car. Down the front stretch they go. Nick and Mudbone drag racing down this front stretch. Looks like that lap is going to be led by the 96 of Nicko. He is going to pick up those all-important 5 bonus points here today. As Moon Bunny works to his back bumper right now. Oh, we've got a contact between the 8 and the 23, both out of the gas there. So almost disaster for the 8 of Moon Bunny and the 23 of Fuller Than You. As the 356 of Ice Cream Some Days, who started today's race in the 23rd position, has now worked herself into the 2nd position here. But your leader on the track right now is the 96 of Nicko. He is trying to lead at least a couple more laps here. Stay out in front of the pack. Get that halfway bonus. Those 10 points will come in handy here. Actually, correction, he just led it halfway, folks. So Nick is in line for 10 bonus points here today, but we've got a battle for the second position between the 300 of Resemble and the 47 of Dash. So Dash, who now currently has the single season record for DNFs in the More Freedom Series at 8, is trying to work himself to the front of this field, trying to get some redemption here this season. Injured early going. He won a race, got injured. His replacement driver ends up finishing second, comes back, wins another race, ends up with 8 DNFs this season. He has just had a wild and crazy year this year. It has been a heck of a rookie season for that 47 to Dash, and he is currently in the third position here at Indianapolis, but there's going to be a battle for the lead, I think, in just a few minutes between the 96 of Nicko and this 300 of Resemble as they are working down the front stretch right now. So Resemble, again, he's also trying to salvage the season here as he currently runs 39th in the points as he tries to work underneath the 96 of Nicko, pushes him out just a little bit there. Almost a little bit of a touch right there between the 96 and the 300. Again, Nick's going to get those all-important 10 bonus points here today by leading at halfway and leading a lap. So he is trying his best here to put himself in the position to be the leader of the points. And, I mean, as of right now, if he won this race, he'd be up by just a couple points over the 13 at King of the Aces, as we just see so many battles on this track right now between the 96, the 300. Here comes the 666 of Pistol Pete. We see some smoke right there, as it looks like that's going to involve the 42 of Mel Say What. So the 96 back out to the point as we got a 3-wide battle for the second position between the 66 of Hondo, the 300 of Resemble, the 14, and now the 10 of Scooter. The 14 of Liz Has Nothing. So we have got a wild, crazy session going on here today at Indianapolis. Now into the second position is the 66 of Hondo. Hondo starting way back in 25th here today. As we possibly, it looks like oh my goodness. Just to highlight, Mel Say What's going to go out of the race here today. That is going to be her 7th DNF of the season. Looks like that's going to involve contact between herself and the 38 of Baseman. Fastest lap of the day by the 07 of Douchebaggins. 203.055 miles per hour. They are just absolutely hauling the mail around this Indianapolis Motor Speedway here today, as we do see pit stops happening. So the 96 is coming in for his final pit stop here today. Wow, there is just a gaggle of cars, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a gaggle of cars as the 49 goes around. No caution flag right now on the track. So leading us down this long pit road here at Indianapolis is the 96 of Nicko. We're going to see what kind of service MBR does on this True Moo Dodge here. He desperately needs win number 2 of the season here today, and he has got right side tires going on right now. There goes his teammate, the 25 of JTM, the 8 of Moon Bunnies in. 4-tire stop for the 96 of Nicko. He is finally down and away here at Indianapolis. He is going to beat the 66 of Hondo out. So really, at this point, I mean, you got to talk about scenarios coming up here, as we got the dogs are barking. So Scooter is the only one who hasn't pitted yet. He takes over the lead from the 96. So the question here is he going to be able to get around this track fast enough, get into the pits and get back out and take over the top position? So we see Scooter is down and away here. So Nick is going to have a full head of steam, but Scooter has a humongous lead right now as he works into the turn number 1. This could have been a good strategy by that 10 of scorer as he works into turn number 2 here. The 96 comes into number 2. So a full head of steam for the 96 of Nicko, but this 10 of scorer, he might be playing spoiler here for the 96 of Nicko this season, as Nick has got the hammer down. He has got to make up some time here. So we're watching this battle between himself and the 66 of Hondo, as scorer with about 6 laps to go is your leader here at Indianapolis. A battle right now for second position between the 96 of Nicko and the 66 of Hondo. And I'm going to say it, Nick desperately, he has to finish. He has to finish in second position here today. We'll check in on your other top 10 folks. The 666 of Pistol Pete has fallen all the way back to the 36th position. JTM has moved up to 15th, NM up to 6th. So, and the 49 of Jetman currently runs in the, where is Jetman at? I don't see him. He runs 32nd, so JTM and Nick currently in line to just cut hugely into the lead of the 13 of King of the Aces. The 66 of Hondo, though, he is looking for his first win of the season, first win of his career. He currently has 9 top 10s this season. 2 poles for the 66 of Hondo, as the 96 of Nicko is pushing him around this track. They're going to work underneath the 10 of Scooter. So the 96 of Nicko is trying to work underneath the 66 of Hondo here with about 4 laps to go. Not getting a good run here. They're going to work down the front stretch. Down into turn 1 they go. Hondo out to the lead with about 4 laps to go here at Indianapolis. Battle for the second position between the 96 and the 10. So Scooter back into the second position right now as he got passed by both of those. And he is trying to work to the front of this field, trying to catch up to the 66 of Hondo as well. So currently Hondo in the catbird seat here. We're going to see what Nick has for Scooter as they are battling for the second position here. I would guess, with thinking about the points situation here, and just checking in on that for a second. So Nick would be in line, if he finishes second, he'd be in line for 145 points. And which means that he actually might be in line for more than that. But he has to finish second here today, as Hondo is going to get 2 laps to go here in just a moment. So Nick into the second position. He has got to finish second here today, as Hondo now into the second position. I'm sorry, Hondo into the lead with 2 laps to go. Nick has got to run him down here in the next couple laps. And if Nick can pull off the win, he is going to move himself into the top spot in the standings. So this is an exciting end to this race, as Nick is desperately got the hammer down. We're going to get the white flag. We're going to have 1 more lap to go here at Indianapolis when Hondo crosses the stripe. We have seen the 96 and the 66 battling it out the last couple weeks for the top spot, as Nick is just mere feet back from the 66 of Hondo as he gets the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Indianapolis for your leader, the 66 of Hondo. My heart is racing up here in the booth as the 96 tries to work down to the inside of the 66. So Hondo working to the outside. It's going to be a drag race down the backstretch right now between the 66 of Hondo and the 96 of Nicko as they head towards turn number 3. Hondo with a good run so far. He's going to shut the door on the 96 of Nicko. Nick's going to lose a few car lengths. This might be all Hondo needs here as they work down the front stretch, coming down. Looks like your winner here today at Indianapolis, his first career win, is going to be the 66 of Hondo. Oh my goodness, I have lost my voice. What a race here today at Indianapolis. And I will tell you that the 96 of Nicko is going to get 15 bonus points here today, which means he is going to get 150 points, and he will lead the point standings by one. No, you will be down 1 point to the 13 at King of the Aces, because King's going to get 2 points, and I believe Nicko will be down by 1 point to the 13. But let's go through your finishing order. Again, your winner is the 66 of Hondo, his first win of his career, first win of the season, first win of the career. Amazing run by him. Second's going to be the 96 of Nicko. Third will be the 10 of Scooter. Fourth will be the 47 of Dash. Fifth will be the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. Sixth will be the 40 of Veteran Chaos. Seventh will be the 300 of Resemble. Eighth will be the 777 of Seabass. Ninth will be the 88 of NM. 10th will be the 00 of Mudbone. And 10th will be the 00 of Mudbone. I just wanted to keep going. Man. Long just sigh right there. Let all that out. If this racing can't get any better, we head next week to Homestead for the Homestead 80. I believe that is the first time we're heading to Homestead, the first and only time we're heading to Homestead. So with 2 races left, it's going to come down to the wire here in the More Freedom Series. And let's check in on those all-important point standings. King of the Aces is going to, I believe, if my math was correct, be leading Nicko by 1 point here. So he's going to have 27-46. And Nick was going to get 150 points, so he should have 27-45. So this could come down to the absolute last race of the season, but we got to finish him out to crown this champion. Let's also check in on those all-important team points. Checking in on, we got a couple drivers for MBR in the top 10 today, so you're seeing those team and chassis standings as well. Man, this season has been incredible. Announcer's jinx for the 13 at King of the Aces here today at Indianapolis, but I believe he's retaining his points lead right now. I want to say congratulations to the 66 of Hondo. He has absolutely battled this season here in the More Freedom Series, and his first win of his career, first top 5 of his career, and 10th top 10 here today. And he won this in amazing fashion, was able to battle the 96 and the 10 and come away with this win. So congratulations to the 66 of Hondo. He is your winner here today. And until next week at Homestead, take care.